Welcome to News Now, your highlights of the week's news and views. Oscar Pistorius made history as the first disabled athlete to compete and win a medal at the Athletics World Championships. He's without a doubt a remarkable athlete. He's a South African hero and a role model to disabled people all around the world. So why is he constantly surrounded by controversy? Because he's a double amputee and runs on high-tech artificial legs. He's our very own Blade Runner. And most importantly, he runs as fast as some of the world's top able-bodied athletes. That puts him among the world's best track performers, and understandably, he wants to compete in the Olympics in London next year and in the Paralympics for disabled athletes. And some people say that's unfair. Do these high-tech carbon fiber blades that replace human shins, ankles, feet, and track shoes give him an unfair advantage, as some athletes, scientists, and athletics administrators argue? Check out the debate.
Also in News Now this week, the Rugby World Cup. It doesn't ring bells or vuvuzelas around the world quite in the same way or with the same numbers as FIFA's Soccer World Cup. Remember what it was like in July last year. But for rugby supporters around the world, this is the big one. And South African rugby fans are hoping it will be the big two. Two in a row, that is. The Springboks, who won the trophy at the last World Cup in 2007, have their hearts and minds set on becoming the first national team to be consecutive world champions. No rugby-playing country has managed it yet, not even the mighty All Blacks, who've won the World Cup only once. And with the tournament being played in New Zealand, they're obviously really gunning for it. If the Boks win, it will not only be two in a row, but also South Africa's third World Cup triumph. After a very public grilling, Judge Mogoeng seems likely to become South Africa's next Chief Justice, the most senior judge in the country, an influential figure looming over all the courts, including the Constitutional Court. Yet he has become a controversial and divisive figure since President Zuma nominated him for the post. In spite of concern over some of Judge Mogoeng's past judgments, questions around his suitability for the top job, and the absence of other nominees, the president looked set to appoint him. ANC veteran and presidential spokesman Mac Maharaj told NewsNow in an interview the interview process was messy and nobody came out of it smelling of roses.
The grass is often said to be greener elsewhere, but in the California town of Vallejo, the grass has turned gold. 3 years ago, the town was bankrupt and faced a dismal future. Now, it's flourishing thanks to its trade in marijuana. 15 stores do a roaring trade in products made with dacha, such as olive oil, brownies, butter, even barbecue sauce. Tip of the week: don't say hi too loudly around the braai fire. It's called snow, and it's described as tasting bland and watery. So who would want to buy it, let alone drink it? But surprisingly, in spite of that bad recommendation, it's been the world's best-selling beer for the past 3 years. Where is it made? In China, where there are lots of people. That's why in the past year, 16 billion pints of snow were drank. Without H, that is. News Now, the magazine for busy people, on sale now.